Hello and welcome back to my studio. I'm Katie and today I'm thrilled to introduce to you the new dated wellness and journaling layouts available in my shop. So these just launched this weekend and they've been a learning experience to be sure, but I'm so pumped for how they turned out. So this is the version you're probably used to of the Katie layout that I designed for myself and then named it for myself because this is the layout I come back to week after week, even though I have a tendency to change intermittently. This is the one that keeps bringing me back. But as I was thinking about what other features to add if I was going to make a dated version, I decided I wanted to add some journaling and some wellness components. So this was made in talks with Judi from JLB Crafts. She uses this classic size layout where she's got the journaling prompts down the bottom, the currentlies on the side, a habit tracker, a weekly prompt, and water tracker, and then she does decor across the top, meal tracking in the middle, and journaling on the bottom. But she's mentioned that she's kind of tired of doing the same prompts over and over again, and she's not thrilled with the Happy Planner paper quality this year, and that it tears when she's taking up her stickers. And so this is the perfect opportunity for printables. So I love to design, and so I came up with it in a couple different layouts. So that one is the Happy Planner Classic, and there are two ways of printing this. This is the easy print version that only requires 2 cuts. There'll be more on that in future videos, and this is the standard version that requires 4 cuts to go from letter or A4 size down to classic. But I also designed wellness and journaling versions for both B6 wide, which is my go-to size, and please forgive this torn sample, but also A5 or half letter size because it's just such a convenient size. I mean, you only have to do 1 cut down the middle, and like that is just so hard to beat. When Planners Anonymous hopefully someday comes out with an A5, I'm probably going to switch, but I do love B6. It's a great size. B6 rings. So anyway, let's talk some features here. So here are the currentlies. Here's a place to do the memory of the week. There is a journaling version of the Katie with these boxes also, but I didn't print that out. So there are your journaling prompts. There are 31 different journaling prompts, so a different one every month. Your water tracking, if that's the thing you're into. Habit tracking, if that's something that interests you. And then a few empty spaces for decor or notes or other things that you want to jot down. But when I designed this, I also didn't want to pen you in on what options. I hate watching like people do whiteout all of the time in the same places over and over again. It seems so tedious to me, and I just as a person who, whenever I don't like something, just designs my own, I can't imagine wanting to white out things every time. So I have these all in different versions so that you're not restricted to which components you want. So I tried to think about which ones would make the most sense for people. So this is the both journaling and tracking version. There's also ones that are just journaling, so they don't have the water tracking or the habit tracking. I've got ones that are just tracking, which means they don't have the currentlies or the prompts. And then I have versions that's just plain with none of this, just dated. And then there are the undated versions as well. So I was trying to think of everything, but I also, if you want a version that I don't have, you want the water tracking, but you don't want the habits, this is an Erin Condren sized box. You just put a full size box there and the habits are gone. Or you want the habits, but not the water. It's easy to put a little washi or a little small strip sticker right across and you're good to go. So I've tried to think about what will make it easy and pleasant to use where you won't be hitting those friction points where the same things drive you crazy over and over again. So as I've said, these are currently available for the academic year, so July 2022 to June 2023. I will have the calendar year versions coming out in a month or two. That's what to work on next. And they're in B6 rings, A5/half letter, and classic size. So hopefully that covers all your bases. I hope to add more sizes in the future, but trust me, it took me 14 hours as it was. So I think I'm going to work on trying to do smaller releases in the future more frequently, where I will have a release that's just the dashboard layouts and just the vertical layouts, and then like keep each one pretty manageable and be cycling through them all year with plenty of time for them to come out before you need them. I cut this one very close and I realized that. So, should we start decorating? I'm going to be using the B6 rings size. Here are the crop marks. I printed this out on A4 paper. If you notice the dates are wrong across, that is normal. These are printed so that you get 4 sheets on, or 4 pages on a sheet, and the way that you check that those are correct is you pile all your set up and you fold them like this and you page through them, so they're supposed to be correct when they're folded like a book, but I only printed out 1 page, so these aren't correct. This is not meant to be the right page to this one. So anyway, let's trim it down and get started. So I will be honest with you, I am not a journaler in this context. I have a 5-year journal in kind of a daily scribble kind of journal, but not like a prompted kind of journaler. So this is going to be new for me. I printed this out on fountain pen friendly paper because I know myself, and the way to get myself to journal is to be able to use my fountain pens. So we're going to try that and we'll see. I'm definitely not a water tracker and only kind of a habit tracker. So I'm personally going to be covering these up, but I wanted to show them to you because they are options and I know a lot of people use them. But I think there's also value in showing you how easy they are to cover. So I'm going to do a separate tutorial on how to cut these, but I figure if I'm doing it now, I may as well. So the first thing is to cut off the top, and there are marks. Problem is that you need your side to be absolutely straight. I'm going to try the bottom. Your paper to be absolutely perpendicular. So we'll cut. You don't need them to cut perfectly on the marks. What you need is to go based on the measurements. So I did the first one based on the marks, but now I know that they need to be 7 tall. So I'm gonna go preferentially based on the 7 more than the marks, but the marks do mostly line up. And so that gives me kind of that sanity check to know that I haven't assumed something wrong. So next I'm going to center the middle point on where I know this is supposed to be, which is 5.3, which is like a quarter plus a 16th. So what is that? 5/16. And again, it lines up with my mark, so I know I'm in the right place. I'm going to do the same thing here. If you're using metric, then you get better numbers. It's easier. And then we'll cut down the middle. So again, line this up here to 5 1/8. I'm sorry, 5 5/16. I mark it, honestly, because I do this so often, and then you should look, and it should line up, and it does on my center mark. Now these are ready. I can fold them, and if I had the whole stack, when I fold them and page through them, they should be correct. But I don't have the whole stack, so there's no way for them to be correct right now. But I have not decided how I want to decorate these. I think I'm going to use the Happy Planner Plant Mama book, because I bought this book and I really like it and I have rarely used it. So let's go ahead and use that. The only downside is that this is an Erin Condren size box and this is a Happy Planner book, so I'm not sure we will find something that's absolutely the perfect size in this book, but I think we can find something that will work just fine. I did not pre-look through any of this. And as I said, there are versions that don't include this habit and these water. I just didn't print them out for me because I wanted to show them to you. But, oh, you know, this is promising. It's a little squarer, but I think it will cover almost everything. So I'm going to put this across the bottom and then I can put a different header box on top. That shows through a little on the white box. I could have whited it out, but I don't have the time or the interest for whiteout. I just don't. It's not how I like to spend my time. All right, let's see if I can find a good header box. I think I'll make that my like create box. Yeah, this is right. Let's do this sienna color. All of that is gone now. Let's see if we can find some washi tape to cover up the water trackers that I'm not going to use, although I am drinking water as I do this. I just am not interested in tracking water. Alright, I found this washi tape, which I think is going to do a good job of matching this spread pretty well and covering up the water trackers. So I'm going to go ahead and put that across each of these boxes. I don't know where this washi came from. I got it in a D-stash. So, let's see. Do I want this to go in the same direction? I think I want it to go in the opposite direction. It's across from it. All right. So we've got that now. I think I want like a big thing, maybe with some more washi, but a big thing here. Oh, is this gonna be the right size? I might want one of these. They're really cool. They're almost the right size. They're not quite, but I could do a little sticker surgery. We'll come back to that. But I want like a big piece of decor here. Probably I'll use some washi tape to like kind of ground it. Ooh, plants are friends. I like this big box. Like there's room for something big, even though this is a pretty small page size. I like that there's room for something large if I want to. And I mean, I could also put like a double box here, right? And there'd still be room for like a small memory if I wanted to. Or, you know, these are actually shorter double boxes. Still, I think I want a piece of decor, maybe this big plant. I think I'm going to do this big plant. I'm not going to put it down all the way because I think it needs a washi floor of some kind. But I feel like there's enough of this washi. Let me see. I was going to use this one, but I wish I had something like wood colored. All right, I've got these two kind of transparent sort of washi. tapes, and I'm going to, what's fun about these is you can overlap them and kind of get like a third color. Yes, I'm excited about that. Are there some clear words? There's like, this one is unclear, but it's a little big and a little pink. Plant a happy life. Feels a little big. Nourish to flourish. I think I could put down here if I wanted to. These are all like action words. Not a lot of small, clear quote. That's fine. I don't know that I need it. Let's work on getting some more yellow. And this is a little greener than this color is. I was hoping it would be a slightly better match than it is. So let's see if we can, I think we'll probably put it here with some decor. Let's maybe some little pots. Yeah, we can do a whole little scene here. Do I want to just do these again? I kind of do. That way I know that that both colors, because they're not exact matches. They go, but they don't match. I'm gonna line these up to the dot grid. Get some little planty friends. So these are clear. Again, great place for a clear quote. If I had any, it's going to be challenging to write something there with my pens because of like the washy slick. But, all right, I want one of those sidebars, I think. I think I want one where it will be easy to put the month down. So I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to, because it's gridded, I'm just going to cut along the grid. I'm going to put this side down. It would be better if I had done it straight or properly. I'm not an expert sticker surgeon, I must tell you, as you have doubtlessly already ascertained. There we go. That's convincing. And then I think I'll just write maybe in like a yellow ochre kind of color the word June here. I'm gonna need some date dots. These days are right, these days are wrong. I'm trying to think about where I have date dots in my collection. I just got this sweet art kit. It just came in the mail this week from Planners Anonymous. And I think these colors are going to be a really good match. And it's handy, which is hard to argue with. Alright, these date dots were just a smidge large, but we lived with it, and it's fine. Mostly we just got into trouble on Wednesday. And honestly, I could cut this down just a little bit, because Wednesday is a long word. I didn't do a great job of cutting that, but I think we will get away with it. Now, I am going to try and journal a little in here, so I don't want to take up too much of my journaling space, but I do want a little decor, and there normal boxes in here. I would love like square square gridded boxes, which is, you know, a tall order. Here's round. Let's do a couple of these, I think. Yeah, let's do a couple. We need a little more of this. Okay, so there's both the yellow and the ochre color in the book. And I've got the ochre color here, and I'd like the yellow. I think I want a yellow up here. Well, actually, as I do this, I think I actually don't want to introduce this yellow because it's different enough from this, and I don't have it anywhere else yet. So I think we're going to hold off. But I do want this ochre color. We can use some of these flags. I've been using weekly kits lately, and I got used to a certain level of having everything I need exactly where I want it, and going back to regular sticker books is a little more challenging. I'll do reminder with this. I resolved to. There. I'll pull that in there. I could get like a little more somewhere, but I think like pots are that color, so I think we'll get, when we get a little more decor, that'll go in. Here's some focus on nurturing, nature, whatever stuff. Gratitude. Do focus on gratitude down here. And then, see, this color feels right. We need some planties. We need a little something in a couple places. Plant here or something. I kind of wish that had been a white sticker instead of a clear sticker. It would show up better, but we're not worrying about it. That is what we are telling ourselves. I think I wish I had a plant under this focus on gratitude, but we can do something about that. We'll put watering can. I wish there were more tiny plants. Here are a couple. Here's some gloves. I like gloves. Don't like the watering can. I've never put sticker paper on this paper before. This is the Cosmo Air Snow fountain pen friendly paper. And it's doing all right. Been a little worried about it, but we're doing okay. Here we go. Watering can action. These little stakey things for knowing what's in your pots. Here, and then we're done. Except for whatever the mystery thing was going to have. Oh, and I was going to show you something here. Okay, yes. Almost there. I say all of the time, and then when I'm editing, I look and I'm like, you are not even close on time. But I think I am this time, for real. This one says, a little dirt never hurt. And honestly, I think I'm going to plop it right in the middle. I think so. It's where it wants to be, and I'll just like journal around it. All right, and then let me show you here. So I did this in all of the versions, and I'm very excited about it. So let me find my swatch book. So I have a ton of these Girl Boss Anna, I have a bunch. There are way more of these Girl Boss Anna overlay inks. And I sized these so that you can fit things there. So this is my swatch book. I think like the autumnal set is a good set. I wish I had this one. Some of the old ones are like a different size and I don't want, well, all right, let's take it one step at a time because some of them are shorter. So let's try 17. These are numbers. These are numbers that I put on them when I receive them, just so I can compare to my swatch book. They're not like official naming numbers, anything. But so when you put them on there, you don't get an enormous amount of space in between. But if you have a small pen and like to write small like I do, you can do it. And I did design it to be possible. All right, let's do. Come on, Katie. No, it's not the time to freeze. Got things to do. Although I might put one up here too. Honestly, I think I might put the pink one up there. Unfortunately, June is a nice short month name. It'll be easy to write it there. Yes. Love it. Love it. Okay. Focus. Do I want to maybe just do pink and yellow all the way up? Because I don't have a good match for this color. I have a decent match for the blue, and there's not a ton of the blue. So let's do that. It's from the same collection, so it's the same size. 15 is what I named that one. And actually, I might put 2 of these. There's one. I was thinking of putting a second one here. I think I'm going to do it. And then maybe some of the yellow or some of the autumnal colors, maybe, I think. I tore this one a little bit, but it'll be okay. Watching. And then in the autumnal colors, I think I'm going to go with 18. Oh, I'm sorry, 20. The one I numbered. I think yellow. We need the yellow there. So then the question is 16 or 18? 18 is longer. I don't think I need it. And the 16 is a better match for this color, I think. All right, things got a little tight in here. But I can use a marker, like a small marker that'll fit in between. And then I will investigate that spacing. But I think we're done, although now I'm kind of tempted to put more, and I think I'm going to do it. We're just going to live large. You got the things, use the things. Part of Project Stash Down has been about trying to teach me not to hoard my stuff. So we'll put some yellow one there. And then I think we leave that. maybe we put two blue ones together up here. Yeah. So I'm gonna cut it. Judi does this all the time. I've never done it. Where I make them longer. No. I deserved that, but I'm not happy about it. These come up really easily, fortunately. Alright, this is a task 4. No, I'm wondering if I'm going to need a third one to get across here. I'm so close. Okay, I think I can do it. The 2, I just have less. I like it to go like past the letters, but alright. Just feel like it's a little bare up there. Alright, I found this washi tape and it's not a perfect color, but what I like about it is that it's on a white background and no. Okay, I did this last week, but I'm going to do it again. So this is the exact same washi I used last time, but I like it because it's perfect for these scenarios because it's white on the top. So it just adds a little something without it having a lot of visual density. And I feel like the fairy lights are just really applicable. I'm trying to decide if I should have it go all the way across the page, but I think not. And the yellow matches. I'm excited that the preview we saw for Riviera, which is the kit that we can subscribe to right now at this present moment, has another version of this washi where instead of yellow lights, they're like multicolored. And I will, I'm sure, get a lot of use out of that. But the yellow goes, I think, well enough, and it just gives a little something to the top. So to write on these, I use a permanent pen. This is the Sakura Microperm. You're looking for the black-bodied ones, or gray-bodied. Those are the permanent ones. And this here will write June. And here I'm going to put make, and then I can either have this be meals or crafts or whatever it decides it needs to be. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna see what it's like to journal in here. I know a lot of people love journaling in their planners or having planner spreads, even if it's not in their planner, like in their weekly planner. I think I'm going to probably only write a couple sentences, and then I am going to use this to actually plan because I don't want to make a separate spread. I want to use this spread. So anyway, if you want to see how it turns out, check out the After the Pen in my Instagram. That will go up next week. And in the meantime, if you want to check out these layouts, they are dated. I plan on having an undated version with the journaling prompts coming out soon, but I had to cut something. So those will come out very soon, but you can always redate them if you want to, or they start in July, which is coming up fast. They actually start in the last week that includes a little bit of June and a little bit of July. So even sooner. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and there are links to everything I mentioned down below, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, friends.